Today, we're talking about something that could change the course of the Chicago Bears season in a heartbeat, something every Bears fan has been holding their breath over. And if this happens, it could vault this team into something truly special. We're talking about Rome Odunze, the rising star wide receiver for the Chicago Bears, and the latest buzz around his injury status heading into Week 15 against the Cleveland Browns. Straight from NFL insider Ian Rappaport and multiple league sources, the Bears are optimistic that Odunze will play this Sunday despite being listed as questionable with a foot injury that kept him out last week against the Green Bay Packers. That's huge news for Chicago and a massive spark of hope for this offense. Let's set the stage. Odunze, drafted 9th overall by the Bears in 2024, has been one of the most exciting and dynamic young weapons in the league this season. Through 12 games, he's hauled in 44 receptions for 661 yards and 6 touchdowns, leading the Bears in receiving yards and scoring this year. He's not just the team's top receiver, he's the guy defenses have to account for on every snap, because when Odunze gets the ball in his hands, big plays happen. Now, this foot issue, a stress fracture, is no joke. He actually missed his first career NFL game because of it, and that absence was glaring. Against Green Bay, without Rome on the field, the Bears' passing attack looked stagnant at times. Quarterback Caleb Williams, who has been phenomenal all season, had to spread the ball to other options. And while DJ Moore, Olamide Zaccheaus, and Luther Burden have stepped up at times, nothing beats your top playmaker being healthy and available. Here's the thing. Chicago has taken the smart approach with Odunze's recovery. They haven't rushed him back. Head coach Ben Johnson and the Bears training staff have been meticulous. They're doing everything possible to make sure when he does return, it's for real. No half measures, no quick fixes, no setbacks. That wise, cautious approach could pay off in a big way during the second half of this season, when every game matters even more. And there's more than just the injury update. The context of this matchup and this moment is critical. The Bears are climbing in the NFC playoff picture, sitting in a strong position despite a tough loss to their rivals in Green Bay. They're facing a Browns team that has dealt with its own roster issues and injuries, and analysts are actually forecasting a Bears victory if Chicago plays to its potential. It's a matchup where momentum could be seized, and Odunze's presence would be a massive boost for that momentum. Think about that for a second. A team that was once written off, a team that lost games early, is now in this position where adding a star receiver back into the lineup could tilt the scales in their favor. That's not just optimism, that's real belief in the direction this franchise is going. This is the kind of narrative Bears fans have been starving for years. A young quarterback finding his rhythm, a young receiver evolving into a legitimate threat, and a coaching staff ready to make bold decisions. That's progress. And it's not just the numbers or the stats that matter. Odunze's return means leadership and confidence. When Odunze steps onto Soldier Field in front of Bear Nation, it will send a message. It will tell every defender on the field, every fan in the stands, and every opponent watching that this team is not afraid, this team is not backing down, and this team believes in winning. And when you combine that with the explosive potential of the Bears' offense, with Caleb Williams continuing to grow as one of the most exciting young quarterbacks in the NFL, you start to see the blueprint of a team ready to break through this season. Of course, we have to realize that Odunze still needs to clear pre-game warm-ups before the Bears make the final call. That's just the reality of NFL football and injury management. But the buzz around Halas Hall is that he's trending the right way, practicing in limited fashion and showing signs that he could be back just when Chicago needs him most. That's more than just good news. It's potentially the catalyst for a defining stretch of games. And let's not forget, this season has already had its share of adversity. The Bears lost standout cornerback Kyler Gordon for the remainder of the season due to injury just this week, another tough blow for a defense that's battled through its own challenges. But the Bears have responded time and again this year with resilience and heart. Getting Odunze back isn't just about stats, it's about momentum, confidence, and belief during crunch time. Imagine a Bears offense that gets back its top weapon, that keeps Caleb Williams comfortable throwing to a true #1 receiver, and that opens up opportunities for players like DJ Moore and the rising rookie Luther Burden. Add that to a ground game that's shown it can control tempo, and a defense that has fought tooth and nail all season, and suddenly we're talking about a team that could legitimately make noise deep into January and beyond. That's the kind of narrative we live for in Chicago, the kind of drama that unites us as fans and makes every Sunday feel like destiny on the line. So let me leave you with this. The Chicago Bears are on the brink of something huge. If Rome Odunze plays this Sunday, if that deep ball connection with Caleb Williams is back in action, this season could turn into one of the most memorable runs in recent Bears history. And who wouldn't want to see that? This is Bear Nation at its best, resilient, hopeful, and roaring louder than ever. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Odunze returning this Sunday is the X factor that gets the Bears back into the win column and into playoff contention? Are you fired up for this offense with Odunze back on the field? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you believe in this team's momentum, and make sure you subscribe to Bear Down Report for daily analysis, updates, and the hottest Bears content on YouTube.